some exciting news. Look at what I received. This is my new house. The guys came in just after I recorded the last episode. The guys came in, started setting this up. We've even gotten all the furniture and everything installed. I'll give you a tour some other time. Bedrooms and everything are upstairs. We have a lot of big stuff to look at today. So here we go, and we'll get out here. And as you can see, we have some fields already growing. We've got 3 fields of, see, what was that? That was oats, and I guess 2 fields that were done in the previous month that were wheat. We've also got some great new additions to this. Let me get down here and I'll show you. Oh, I don't have my speed multiplier on right now, so you'll have to put up with me running a little bit slow today. If we can get out here to the fields I have, you'll see how much of a difference that coffee greenhouse makes. You know, I had quite a bit of money when you were last here, but I also spent some after you left. Let's see. As you can see, we're coming up on our tractor with our direct drill in it over here. It's all set up, and we'll go ahead while we're here and we will start this one. This is planting our third field of wheat. So we'll go ahead and start that. We'll get out of the way of that real quick. And this over here is something that I bought. Again, I bought a new tractor. This one is a Valtra, and as you can see, I've put it in a different color from any of the others. And on the back of it, another duplicate of that same kind of seeder / planter that I have over there. And on this one, this is going to be the first field of corn. So this one, the one next to it, and the one over the hill that you can't see will all be corn. So we'll go ahead and get this started and also get out of the way of that. If we come all the way down here, now I saved, if you remember, that cedar that we started with, that I was originally thinking that I would sell. We saved that. And I've got that one attached to our JCB here. And this one, we are going to start these 3 fields here. Again, one over the hill that you can't see. All of those were going to be planted in canola. So we'll go ahead and get that started, and we'll get out of the way and let that guy work. Now, also some really, really exciting news. As we talked about that was going to happen before. We'll go over here, and you'll now see ahead of me the dome for the cows and those 2 automatic feeding robot enclosures that were removed before. At the same time that they brought the house in, they brought in trucks and trucks of the kit of all of these to put together. So you'll see I have 2 of these cow enclosures. No cows in them yet, no food in them yet. Each one of these, like I say, I have 2, and each one holds 25 cows. We also have this barn over here, which I can open that up. I love the look of this, just this old wooden structure here. It leads out to a nice big pasture. This one will hold 140 cows, so with the 140 here and 25 in each one of the others, that'll get us up to 190. And we are really, for the challenge, only required to have 160 cows. So as you can see, we've got plenty of room for all of those in here right now. And Okay, and the way these are set up is I put food in these, but these are already, they have water already plumbed into them, so they're automatic watering. This one is not automatic, so I do have to provide water for this one. This one also, unlike those, those only produce milk, whereas this one will produce slurry, and I can produce manure. I haven't decided if I'm really going to. I'm thinking seriously about doing it, but I'm still looking into that, if I provide straw for them as well. So very exciting news. New enclosure. Oh, and this over here, we have another water source, so we don't have to go all the way back over to where we put the water sources for the greenhouse, or the water reclamation area where we have to pay for that water. We can fill up water here, just cart it over to there, so not too far to go. So that's this. This dome is now ready to go for animals. No changes in the chicken enclosures in the chicken dome. As you can see, we have two silos over here. This is a silo that we can put for animal food of any kind. If we buy it and get it in a trailer and we have extra, we can dump it in here to store it for use later. If it's something that we've grown in the fields and we want to save it for the animals, we can put it in here as well. This one over here is actually a buy point, where where some of the farmers in the other domes that have produced the animal feed, and they're extra, they load it in this, and if I want to buy it to use it for my animals, then I can just buy it as I use it, but they've already got it filled up for me. So no other changes in the sheep or in the pigs. I have not put any animals in any of those pens yet. I do have the tractor over here in the equipment dome ready to go, and there is, of course, one of our challenges that we have not started on yet, one of many, I guess, and we should get started on that today. Let's see. Yep, left it right here in the entrance, ready to go. So finally I don't have to walk around or run around the map anymore. So we are going to start today with this tractor on our trees. Now we do have 3 helpers running on planting. We are going to have to come back on all these fields that have started to have germinated at this point, and we're going to have to make sure that they have another application of fertilizer, and we'll also have to deal with the weeds in those, because I do have weeds turned on in this. So the only thing I have turned off is rocks and periodic plowing, and also I do have crop destruction turned off. If you want to hear, I'll get on my soapbox about that at some point, but you'd probably rather not hear it. But I do have it turned off. So right now, if I am not mistaken, the tree planter is already up here, and they've started us out. I guess the last farmer, they had started him out, and he had 3 packs of saplings that he never planted, so we should use those first. If I'm not mistaken, these are in the 20. There are some places on this ramp where it gets really, really steep, so pulling anything up those is going to be a lot of fun. So let's see. Let's go around first and put... I don't think this tractor's going to have any problem with it, but let's go ahead and put this weight on. I don't want to leave it sitting up here. And we already have some saplings loaded on there. Okay, and I think this is where I want to start. Um, if we're really going to transform the look of this place, then I think the first place we need to do it, or the first thing we need to do, you've got all this color of this dirt around here, and that is the most prevalent color. I really love seeing all that green down there now to kind of break that up. But we really need to do more, and getting trees growing around here is going to be a big part of that. So let's see, do we need to unfold this or anything, or do we just put it down? It looks like we just put it down. So start it, lower it, and we are planting trees. And as you can see, I'm going to start with, see, these are, I think, spruce saplings. So we are going to start with these going all around this top edge here. The key will be to stay, it is a little bit of an undulating top, so the key will be to stay far enough away from the edge that we don't fall off, even though I can run down those edges because of little gravity. A tractor going down it won't be so good. So we're going to start out on this inner ring, and I'm really hoping that these trees can be the first ones that to grow. It'll put a ring of green basically around this top edge. And then after we finish this edge, then of course we'll go in and we'll probably do the inner, and then we'll see on these places where it's a little bit thicker where we can add some more rows of trees in, probably still leaving a place where we can still drive through. But you do want to space the trees out a little bit anyway. You don't want them growing right up next to each other. We're not looking for at least initially, we're not looking for a forest that dense. Although I do have a little bit of a quandary about these trees in this challenge. We are supposed to plant 10,000 of them. Oh, and we are empty already. Wow. Okay, made it around to that first big bulge there, and then we have to run back and get these. But anyway, I had a question about how exactly, with 10,000 trees to plant, it seems like I'm going to have to be the one to keep track of how many I've actually planted. I don't know if the game will give me an achievement once I've done that, if it's keeping track of how many I've planted. So once we plant these, we'll be up to 60, so I may have to keep it written down here somewhere. But this is going to be the start of it anyway. I guess if I say if I keep track of it in the recordings, if I ever lose track of it, then I can always go back and watch the recordings of the videos and see where I am. But whoa, and don't go off the edge there, buddy. Okay, and start and down. That'll probably plant one too close to the other one that we had already planted there, but that's fine. Okay, and see how far we can get before this runs out. I know I do have, these are the ones that were already up here. As I said, I do have a mod for these trees so that we can get tree saplings in larger bunches so we don't have to refill quite so often. I also might want to do something other than spruce in some places, but I think this entire, at least this entire outer ring is probably going to be spruce. I might go to some different species of tree. I don't know if there's any kind of difference. Like I say, I haven't planted a whole lot of trees. Oh, there's a bit of a dip there. Didn't seem to have any trouble with it. I don't have a whole lot of experience in planting trees. Like I say, I'm usually cutting them down. In fact, I started experimenting with a new map that just came out, and I was on that, and you start out with a lot of trees, unlike on here, and you start out with one very, very, very tiny field. It's probably the tiniest field I've ever seen in Farming Simulator so far, and it was withered. So it had to be cultivated up. But obviously I didn't want to stay. It's not profitable to stay with that tiny field. So I had to cut down trees. So of course I thought of this. Oh, here I am talking and not paying attention that I've run out of trees. If only you guys could yell back in time while I'm recording this and let me know about that. But yeah, as I was cutting those trees down, I definitely, definitely made me think of this challenge where we're planting so many trees. I do have that section of trees. I've seen some people kind of debating, other people that are playing this. I've seen them debating whether to cut that patch of trees over next to over on the other side of the fields where we're starting to get to, next to the what is it, the wood sale point, and they've been debating whether or not obviously those were already planted, and so we can't count those toward our total, and so they were debating, do we cut those down and make room and use that as maybe a place where we plant trees. And I'm not planning at this point on cutting any trees down. In this, we're having to plant so many. If we don't need to, I don't think we're going to need, money-wise, I don't think we're going to need to cut down any trees, do any kind of forestry. I know in a lot of maps where you do that, that's how a lot of people start out, is they start out cutting trees down. I personally, doing forestry is not my favorite thing, so I usually hurry through that. Sometimes on maps where I didn't need it, I just went and deleted trees that were in my way. So this is a new experience. So if I don't have to financially, I think we're financially set on this, to be honest, on this map. As you can see up in the corner, I have, $1.1 million right now. If you remember in the last episode, I had, we started that, I had about, 1.5 million. And, some of it is because I got charged for the house. I got charged for the cow enclosures, the water point that I put in the water distribution point that I put in the cow enclosure. Also, that new tractor that I bought and the new drill. Okay, just about done here. Okay, and we are done. So, turn that off. I'm going to go to this. Actually, I'm going to go to this one here. I've still got lots of seed and fertilizer. I'll go ahead and move him to the next field. And take off on that. And come back to this one, and we will go down here to this next set of fields, because that is the last of the wheat. And we want to go with soybeans, I think, in this one. Because I've got the one you see there in the distance, I've got him going on canola. So we'll do canola on those three. We'll do soybeans on these three. Plenty of fertilizer and seed, so off that goes. Okay. Let's see, and my wife is calling me. Hold on just a moment. I'm going to pause the game here, and then we will. Oh no, I don't do it that way. this way. Okay, I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, and we are back. Sorry it took so long on that. Okay, well, looks like we almost done on this field right now. I almost came back just in time. Okay, so we'll just this little strip left to get here, and then we'll move this tractor over to the next field. Oh, but yeah, as I was saying before, I don't think we're going to be ever hurting for money on this series, and actually making money on this series is not really the point of it. It's the challenge that's been set forth for the cows, the chickens, really all the animals, and the 800,000 liters of crops in the bins. It's not any kind of reach a monetary goal. It's just, if we have enough money to continue. I know there's probably going to be, well, I know for a fact that there's going to be some other equipment that we're going to buy. A lot of it's going to be pretty expensive, but and actually we need to transfer over there now to we'll go here. This coffee greenhouse produces so much money. From that place where we were before, after paying for all of that, everything in the cow enclosure, the house, the new tractor, the new seeder planter. I had gotten the money down to about 90,000, I think, and that was when we were probably around like 1,800 hours, close to closing in on the end of the month there, and I got to sleep in that new house after they got it erected. They did that so fast. I got to sleep in it that night and woke up this morning, and just overnight, from that time until morning, the greenhouses put all of this money, got us back up to 1.1. So, when they have a full day, basically to produce coffee beans, which are obviously that I know of. I'm the only one who is growing coffee beans on Mars, so everyone here is pretty appreciative of that, because usually we have to wait for it to be delivered from Earth, and so not only do I supply it to the rest of the Mars colony, but I can actually take some of it and ship it back to Earth, and there's quite the market, even though it's, coffee is coffee, but this is Martian grown coffee, so quite the amount of money that I can make from that. So as long as we keep this with water and liquid fertilizer, it's going to sustain us for the rest of the time. There's no question about that. We could lose all the other production and just go with this, and it would keep us afloat. But if that's all it was, then where would the fun be in that? We do still want to meet that challenge. I'll let it run out of water. So you can see that over time, these greenhouses use a lot more water than they use fertilizer, the liquid fertilizer. So we probably it would probably be in our best interest to start and probably end every day with doing taking care of that greenhouse. Okay, now this one. How do I want to do this? I need to buy more seeds, so let me take this off right here. I'm not going to go down to the store and buy one pallet of seeds, since that's all that seeder will hold. So, talking about buying more equipment, here we go. We're going to go down to the store and we're going to buy a piece of equipment that can haul some pallets up here more than one at a time. Hopefully, anywhere from maybe 5 to 20 of them. I'll have to see how many of those are going to fit. So we have to come all the way back around. And that's another thing. Even if I was going to do it one at a time, can you imagine, we get halfway around and we run out, and then we have to come all the way back around to this ramp to go down to get more. That would be a time killer right there. Oop, don't go off. Can't see for the dust. Yeah, I don't have any acceleration on at all. This is just the weight of the tractor and the momentum taking it down this hill. It is very steep. See there, when it's not on the hill, it practically comes to a stop there. So we'll come over here. Okay, we'll probably stop there. I'll get out. Don't run the machine if I don't need to. And we're going to come down miscellaneous. Is that right? No. I'm in the wrong section. Low loaders, that's what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for this one right here. And okay, so we've now bought that. We'll go back now. We look in pallets and we'll start looking for trees. Now these are the trees that they had up there before, the 20 pieces, and I don't think that's gonna sustain us up there for very long. So we'll go down. Oh, these are also 20 pieces. Okay, I don't want that either. I know they're in here somewhere. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you can get them in different sizes. You can get them all the way down to 6. You can get 25. You can get 40. You can get 60. And of course, this is from the tree sapling pack. It's the mod. 120. We're going to come all the way down here, and we're going to go for the big guys. We're going to go all the way for the 316 in a pallet. We're going to do spruce. Let's see. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I counted that right anyway. So we'll see. We'll see how many of those fit on this trailer. Because once we get them on the trailer, we'll find out how many fit. And oh yeah, so we did what? We took some of our money there, but not to worry. The greenhouse will replace it. I think that greenhouse. Oh, there we go. I think that greenhouse. Let's see. What do we need to do? We need to. Okay, well, 2 of them went on. Oh, there's a weight there. I didn't see that. Running over a weight. Oh, Okay. Well, we've got a lot of them there. Looks like we have some workers that are finished, though. Let's keep them working. So this guy we want to take over here. He's got 37%. That should be enough for this field. Soybeans. And let's go line you up here and go. This guy is also ready to go here. And start him going. Yeah, hopefully that's enough fertilizer and seed to make it through. We'll see. If not, we can come back to it. This one is still working on the canola. And now we're ready to... Whew, I'm not sure how many that got on there. Took quite a few. Make sure that's strapped on so none of them fall up, because they will fall off going up this steep slope here. Hopefully this tractor has the horsepower to pull all this. Imagine it's got to be pretty heavy. It might be worthwhile to come through here and try and smooth some of this out too. Maybe take some of this very top section where it gets so very steep and soften that out a little bit. Wow, okay, the tractor did it. Obviously pulled down the power a little bit, but it made it. So we'll wheel around here to where we left the tree planter. A lot of this top ring is pretty rough, but we're just planting trees up here. I don't know that we need to soften it out any. Okay, the planter is in view. Looks like we've almost made it to the spaceport too. We'll have to put make a big diversion around that. We don't want to plant the trees too close to where the shuttle comes and goes from. So we'll go ahead and put that right here. We're going to unlatch that and take that off. Refill. Okay. Now we have 316, whereas before we only had 20. So, wow. Okay, we should be able to go for quite a ways around with this. I'm going to have to make almost a full run probably back around to get that trailer by the time we do need a new one. Also, as you've noticed, some other creators do a lot of time-lapse in their videos. I am planning on putting a time-lapse in. I am still, not only am I new to recording videos and putting them up, my video editing software, I'm still getting used to that and learning about it, and I haven't quite learned how to do the time lapses on there yet, but I did look up a tutorial about it, and I think I've got it, but I haven't tested it yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start planting these around here, and then I am going to, I'll go ahead and cut my mic off during this point. You don't need to hear me chat. And I'm going to see if I can get this into a time lapse, and then I'll come back back at the end, and probably before we get this completed, we will have to go down and move the cedars to a new field, and try and get that completed today. So if we can complete that today, and if we could make a full round of a full ring of trees on the outer edge up here, then I will consider that a job well done for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and find the point on my mic to cut that off, and I'll just continue around on here. Okay, and we are back from the time lapse now, hopefully, if I figured out how to do that. A little bit of a quandary here. I got a notice that the worker was finished, and I came down. I expected it to be this one that's finished, but apparently it was the one in the JCB. As you can see, the JCB somehow ended up way down here. How it ended up down here, I'm not sure, since the field that it was supposed to be planting is all the way down on this other end. Maybe the two tractors came together at some point and it got confused. I don't. It's so hard to tell. Well, let's put this guy back on this. Or actually, I probably shouldn't do this. Let's see. Well, this one doesn't have much left in it. Oh well. I was thinking it would be better to go ahead and have this one come down since it's a little bit wider. We'll go ahead and use up what's in it anyway. Let's see, and that was canola. So we'll use up what's in this, and then that way there'll be less for the JCB to do since it's smaller. Or we could just go ahead and refill this one too, so. And who knows, it might only have enough to get to the end of this, one pass down, or maybe half the way back up or something. We'll see how long that lasts. Okay. So, for anyone that's watching, I just have a question. I wanted to know from you if you are playing any farming simulator, if you are, what maps you're playing on, or if you are actually creating videos for YouTube. If you would put that, if you would let me know that down below, I can go and look at some of your pages and get subscribed to more. I actually have another channel that I was on before that I watched most of my YouTube videos on, so all my subscriptions for people that I already had are over there, and I've transferred 2 or 3 of them over to here. I know just to look them up by name. Some of the ones that I watch most often or have watched recently. So I have subscribed to some of those. But I'll go ahead and subscribe to all of yours. I'll watch your channels and see what you're doing. Also, in the other videos, I have completely forgotten to do the standard thing that probably all of us hate doing, but it's probably necessary. All those things down below, if you could help me out by subscribing, liking the video, ring the bell, you'll get notifications for anything that I put up in the future. I do have some ideas for some other series that I would kind of like to start, but right now, when I'm just figuring this out, just getting maybe 2 videos a week of this map up is quite a challenge. Oh well, look at that! We made it down, back up, and we're started again. So anyway. But yeah, if you guys could let me know what it is that you're doing, and I'd love to go and check some of that out. Or if you're not putting up videos, if you're doing maps that you really like, that you would like to recommend, some of them I might have already done, but it's always nice to hear and what kinds of maps people like. I have to say, going on to this map was kind of strange for me because I had been playing a lot of them um, where the equipment was really small, or you started small, or the farm itself was small, and I wanted to keep it kind of that way. I didn't I haven't been using the really big equipment on some of these, so to suddenly come onto here and have 15 fields to deal with, and hard to believe that we're almost to the point where we have them planted now, and something growing in all the fields. Once this is done, then we can start looking at we'll start looking at the animals and start getting that sorted out. I don't know. We may do one day where we just get animals in all the enclosures, even the pigs, which I've been probably unnecessarily nervous about, just because I had never done any of the pigs before and didn't really know how to manage those. So, well, it looks like we're gonna run out pretty soon here. We did refill the other one over in the blue cedar. So possibly when that, yeah, this guy is done. So possibly when the blue cedar is done over there, I can transfer it over to this last field just to do that last little strip and get it done. I do have to make sure to move it to canola, and otherwise I'll have a small strip of soybean down the canola field. Not an insurmountable problem, but I think they do have two different growth rates. That's partially why I picked the crops that I did to start with. I didn't want to end up with planting, 15 fields and have everything come ready to harvest right away. I want a time where we can have, like 3 fields. Probably the oat field, I think, is going to be the one that matures first, and then maybe wheat, and then I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's corn or corn or the soybeans or canola. I'm not sure. I've never really measured the number of months. Some of you can probably tell me. But anyway, I don't know that it's necessary that you watch all this. It's just going to be more of the same. When this guy finishes this row here, I'm going to get him started on the other field. We'll get that finished off, and we will be in a great place. We're going to get all 15 fields, now have something growing in them. I will go off camera. I will go back up and continue with the tree planting. It looks like I might be able to make it around almost to where we started, if not make it there and have some left over. I mean, we've got something like 100 and some odd trees left in that planter. Much better than the 20 and having to refill it so often. So I want to thank all of you for watching and putting up with my growing pains and everything. I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon.